Hi, I'm Paul Friedman. I'm the founder of the Marriage Foundation. This video obviously is for men, and it is entitled 3 Things to Do If My Wife Hates My Family and Takes It Out on Me. I'm going to tell you right now that the third one is the most important. It's not a setup because the first 2 are important too. And you should really be a subscriber to this channel. You could do it now so you can learn how to be married, because that's an important part. And I'm going to get into marriage. While I'm telling you about things that you can do, I want you to learn about marriage. I used to be a divorce mediator. That's over 20 years ago. And when I shifted, I realized a big revelation is that we're not taught how to be married in this world. We really aren't. What happens is we find our soulmate, we fall in love, we court, we date, court, and then get married. And then, they actually say it should be the happiest moment of your life when you get married, especially for women. Well, that's implying that it's downhill from there. And for many people, it actually is, which is unfortunate because that's not what it's meant to be. Your marriage is, and let's not lose sight of what's really important here. Yes, it's important that she's taking it out on you. This is not good, but what's most important is that your marriage be filled with happiness, with love, harmony. Isn't that so? So let's get into this one step at a time. Number 1 of 3. And remember, number 3 is the most important. Let her get it out. No interrupting, no correcting, no yeah buts. Just listen. Listen to her, because it is the right and respectful thing to do. We're not talking about tit for tat here. When you want to say something, you want to be heard. All of us have that need to be heard. And when we're interrupted, when we're corrected, when we're stopped with a yeah but, it's frustrating for us. And that is the case almost 100% of the time. Your wife may not be nice. She may not be saying truthful things, but it is her, at the moment at least, her reality to let you have it. You don't have to react. This is something that most people don't know. I'm a communications expert, by the way, obviously, I guess, because I was a divorce mediator. One of the things that is almost universal is this seeming need to respond right away, to give an answer right now, to not sit with it, not hear the person, but to get back. It's like, it's instinctive almost, and it's very much habitual. You don't need to. It does not help anything. If she's got a stream of negativity coming at you, you're not going to stop her. You can't. Let her get it out. And look at her. Pay attention. Be a good listener. There may be some very true things that she's saying in a particular context, certainly in her context, and it's not really your place to do anything. You're her loving husband. That's your role. So listen to her. And, sometimes the response could be, and inside, you should be going, I really love you. I hate seeing you so upset. In your mind, that's what you have going. Because you don't want to be affected by this stream of negativity. And you're not going to be able to shut it off. That I promise you. Number 2. And this is not always appropriate, but I bring it up anyway because there are times when it is appropriate, and that is to consider speaking to the family members who are really ticking her off, because maybe she has a point. Maybe they are inconsiderate towards her. Maybe they are mean towards her. Maybe they're not polite. And they don't have to change to suit her, but they should behave in a way that is considerate towards her, considerate towards you, because she's your wife, and you should be there to defend her. You don't want to, in doing this, throw her under the bus. You don't want to go, yeah, I know she can be like this and like that. You don't do that. Nor do you throw them under the bus. You're going to practice diplomacy. You're going to be a peacemaker. Because, and it may not happen like right away, but it's part of your job is to tamp things down. And you don't have that right with your wife. You can't go, I'm trying to cool things off, don't you listen? You can't do that with your wife. She's your wife. But you can do that with your siblings. You could even do it with your mom and dad. So you have to think it through. Consider how to talk to somebody, because everyone is different, and try and get people to cool their jets without trying to get your wife to cool her jets, because you're not supposed to do that. And some people, I get this all the time, people go, oh yeah, well, she's blah, 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 blah in the comments. Don't bother leaving a comment like that. I'm just going to remove it. If you don't like the advice I'm giving, then don't take it. It's fine. But I'm telling you that as her husband, loyalty is the highest spiritual law, and marriage is a spiritual thing. So you're obligated on so many levels to be loyal to your wife. And that means that you don't confront her, you don't nail her, you don't criticize her, complain. And you do protect her. You do. She's your wife. Number 3, this is where the rubber hits the road. This is the most important thing. Now, what I'm about to say is not 100% true all the time, but this is the big piece. And that is that your marriage is not functioning how it's meant to function, or what is happening. 2 parts. One is she's taking things out on you. That is proof of non-functioning in your marriage, and you can't blame her. And the other part of the non-functioning is you don't even know how to communicate with her about this. And marriage is all about, and this is going to sound corny, but it's not corny. This is the truth. It's all about love. You got married to be happy. The happiness that you expected, rightfully so, is derived from love. By the way, that's what makes marriage a spiritual path that 2 people take together, that 2 soulmates take together. And we are training people to be TMF marriage counselors too. There's actually a course for that, so that more and more people understand this, because it's pretty much unknown. But think about it. Why did you get married? Not why did you marry your wife? I know you fell in love with her. But why get married to her? Because you had this desire and expectation for ever increasing happiness, right? Well, love is the greatest source of happiness. There is no such thing as being in love and being unhappy at the same time. And you can say, well, she's the one undermining that. And I'll say to you, Both of you are undermining that, and it's neither of your fault. We never learned how to be married. If we want to drive a car, we learn about cars. We learn about traffic conditions. We learn about what alcohol does to impair our ability to drive. We do a lot of learning in a classroom before we get behind the wheel. And then when we're behind the wheel, it takes time and experience, and we have a lot of examples of good marriages, of good drivers, to show us how to drive subconsciously. But marriage isn't like that. We are literally taught how to be married by TV sitcoms. And our doctorates are earned with magazine articles. Isn't it true? And the reason why we're able to train psychologists now and clergy is because they never learned how to be married either. They've learned other things that don't help marriages. So your marriage is not producing results that you should expect from your marriage. Ever increasing happiness and ever expanding love and harmony should be your expectation, and you need to know how, and you don't know how. So in your situation, it's probably not so far gone. Subscribing to this channel and learning how to be married will help a great deal. And if you look at comments in the various videos, there's tons of videos, and there's getting close to 50,000 subscribers now. There's tons of videos, and the theme is always learn how to be married and apply it. Learn to love unconditionally. Joy, happiness, love. That's what marriage is all about. If it's not enough, we have books, they're affordable. We have courses, they're affordable. It's worth it. It's worth investing your time and maybe a little money to learn how to be married so you can experience what you're meant to experience, because I'll tell you right now, marriage is an ultimate, amazing thing when you know how. And that's what the Marriage Foundation is here for, to help you, to teach you. So like this video, I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. We're growing like crazy because more and more people are starting to realize there's got to be a way. This 55 or 53% divorce rate is insane. Unhappy marriages is insane. I've got free will, I've got volition. Why can't I have an amazing marriage too? And you should be able to. You just got to learn how. We'll teach you. Thank you for coming by. See us again. Go to our website, peruse, see what we have. We even have a free service where you can ask a counselor. God bless you and take care. Thank you.